I'm not here to teach you what to think. I'm here to teach you how to think. This is one of the reasons that for the longest time I only did open relationships, because until I knew who I was, what I wanted out of life, and was able to find the right partner for me, forcing a woman to date me and only me is unethical. Because every single woman I've dated in my past is a human being who has the right to find her soulmate. And if she can find a man who's better for her than me, she has every right to go for him. And I can say that now, being in the place that I'm in. 20 years ago, when I was still the old me, I would have been so hurt by that idea. Because I was so needy. I feared being abandoned by women. I feared being alone. When you eliminate your own fear of abandonment, you can embrace the idea that there is a soulmate out there for you. And the sooner you remove people in your life who are keeping you from meeting that soulmate, the sooner you will meet that soulmate. Let's look at a very specific example here. Let's say you are an ethical seducer and you're dating 3 women at the same time, but one of them is madly in love with you. And you only see her as a fling, a girl that you see maybe once every couple of weeks. You have sex with her, you enjoy her company, but you already know and you already feel it. You only want to see her for the next few months, maybe a couple of years, but you have no interest and no desire to ever consider marrying her. But she's madly in love with you. Now let's say there's something that she could do to earn your commitment, but she doesn't have the capacity for it, she doesn't have the interest for it. You automatically know right now that future is not even a possibility. For example, let's say you only want to marry a person who has a university education. I know this is not the best example, but it's just an example to put this in context. You only want to marry someone who has a university education, and this particular girl hates school. The idea of going back to school is repulsive to her. She has no interest, no desire, no ambition. Maybe she's even got something that she can't go to school for any particular reason or length of time. On that criteria alone, you know that as much fun as you have with her, as much as you enjoy being with her, she could never earn a position in your life. If you know that she is madly in love with you and that she is refusing to date other men just so that she could be with you, you have an obligation as an ethical seducer to set her free and to stop seeing her. You are men. You cannot afford to get off on the attention that a woman gives you. She has a biological clock. It's ticking. And the worst outcome for women, in my opinion, and I know that I will have people telling me this is wrong, but I have dated who I've dated, I've seen what I've seen, I've experienced what I've experienced. One of the worst possible outcomes for a really great woman is to end up in her late 40s and early 50s, never been married, never had kids, alone, living with cats. And why would she end up like that? Because she was holding out, waiting for some guy to change and pick her. And the guy in that situation never had any intention to. Don't be that guy. Be the ethical seducer, the one that will set her free and tell her, go find your soulmate. Because there's nothing like that for you here. And yes, it means you have to do without the sex. And yes, it means you have to do without the attention. That is your burden as the ethical seducer. Let's look at how this ultimate belief factors in to other elements. Let's look at the topic of jealousy. Now, you're all human, and when someone who you are involved with is involved with someone else, there's one of 2 emotions that you might feel: jealousy and compersion. Compersion is the opposite of jealousy. This was taught to me by a gentleman who lived a polyamorous lifestyle, where his main girlfriend was someone else's girlfriend as well. And the way he explained it to me was,